Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
There's a big question that we have as human beings. And that question is one of the two big questions. The one big question is, what happens when we die? Everybody spends time thinking about it. Maybe if some of you are even religious, you secretly maybe think to yourself, is that really what's going to happen when I die? I mean, if you're strong in a certain faith, I respect that, but it's a big question because we don't have the legitimate answers about that because, it's just, we don't know. No one has come back from the other side, I don't believe, and told us specifically in one way we are going here when we die or maybe somewhere else. We're either going to heaven, to hell, we're going to a different stream of consciousness. Not one person has came back and actually had an interview on TV. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'm coming back from the dead just to tell you guys that, this is what's going to happen, right? I mean, we like to think that there's an afterlife, but there's some people that believe that there's not. That's one of the big fundamental questions. The other fundamental question is, are we alone in the universe? Are there other beings out there? Aliens, transformers, right? I mean, not talking about transgenders, but transformers, right? Optimus Prime, Starscream, are they out there? I mean, probably not on Transformers, but aliens, little green men. There's been people decades and decades from Roswell in the 1940s, X-Files, the TV series in the 90s explored things. The truth is out there, but it's being covered up by the government. Now, the truth, why would it be covered up by the government? Some people would say, hey, there's no harm in it. Let me tell you something. Our entire fundamental structure as a society is based upon the fact that we are the top dog. There is no other beings out there. You know how much panic there would be tomorrow in our society? How much it would disrupt the machine, the smooth machine that goes forward? People are born, people work, then they die, then another generation comes after them. The whole machine, it'd be a giant monkey wrench. People would stop going to work. People would just be like, okay, the government's been lying to us. What else is a lie? Am I going to see these beings in my lifetime? Will I have to go to school in the future with these aliens if they come down and integrate into our society? If there was proof of that, actual legitimate proof, if there was an alien, if there was a video disseminating an alien on a table, if they would allow the people to go into the Pentagon and see these alien spacecraft that, obviously it's tech advanced beyond us, who walk in there and then maybe there's floating things, gravitational fields and all that kind of stuff, some futuristic Jean-Luc Picard, the next generation shit, right? It would change everything. Our society would fundamentally change. So I get how there probably would be a government cover-up. And this stuff would be swept up under the rug. I get that. But I also get the people that are questioning it saying, well, legitimate proof. There's no legitimate proof. There's just hearsay. All these people that talk about the UFO sightings and whatnot, it's always in a distance, There's... Okay, I just want to focus on this. I'm sorry I went off on that little tangent. But I want to focus on this that I just watched. And I will leave a link to it after this upload. Damn, did I close the... No, I kept it open. It's called UFO Whistleblower Says U.S. Recovered Non-Human Biologics from Crash Sites. And this is part of testimony from Miss Mace talking to, what's his name? David Grusch and his pals, ex-Navy pilots, officer turned whistleblower. he had interviewed government officials who had direct knowledge of aircraft with non-human origins, and that so-called biologics were recovered from some craft. Grusch, who served for 14 years as an intelligence officer in the Air Force and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, appeared before the House Oversight Committee's National Security Subcommittee alongside two former pilots who had first-hand experience with unidentified aerial phenomena, the UAPs, not UFOs, UAPs. They talked about the, Tic Tac UFO, which is probably, helping Tic Tac the brand. They're selling a lot of Tic Tac stuff after hearing Tic Tac. Stories that, on this Tic Tac sighting, you had spacecraft, the alien spacecraft, dropping down about 18,000 feet in a few seconds, traveling 60 miles in less than a minute, or faster than that, right? So I think about it, I'm like, damn, if that's true, then obviously they're out there. But the weird thing about this is, some people are leaving a comment under this video saying that this is part of a disinformation campaign, which would be ironic because these people say that the U.S. government is part of when it comes to aliens, they're running a disinformation campaign. What if this is actually ironically part of that, putting these people out there to get your attention away? I know it sounds weird, but part of whistleblowing, I think, was that one guy, Julian Assange? If you're a whistleblower, don't you flee your country because you're afraid of retaliation? Part of me says that the fact that these three people are still with us and alive and hasn't been made to disappear by our government, I'm thinking that what they're saying is perfectly okay. Like the government is okay with what they're saying. And there's one point here when Miss Mace actually asked straight up, extraterrestrials. Has the government, are they in possession of extraterrestrials? And he said, well, I'll talk with you later about it. Like he can't say it, but he'll talk with her later about it. She asked again a similar question, and he said, yes, non-human biologics, but not extraterrestrials, not aliens, non-human biologics. That could be just about anything. That could be plants, that could be a hamster, that could be damn Lemmy Winks from South Park. That could be anything. It really could be. So I'm hoping that they're not out there. I'm really hoping they're not. It's hard to explain away a lot of the sightings people have had. Some of the sightings, yeah, you can maybe explain some of those sightings away, but some of them, we don't have the capabilities to create some spacecraft that make certain movements. We do not. So it's hard to explain away everything. I just hopefully, I don't want to meet any aliens in my lifetime. Hopefully, I could just get through my life, get to the end of it, and not have to worry about any alien stuff. We have enough things to worry about already with the economy being in the shitter, with, increasing temperatures, global warming, pollution, terrible, atrocious, stupid fucking movies from Disney. If I ever meet the aliens, I hope they're like Alf. I really like that Alf show. Although I do have cats, so maybe not.